side by I fixed it. It was my bad. I didn't have it adjusted.
We're AJ-less.
AJ-less today.
And so you're stuck with Producer Butters.
It is the Producer Butters and McCall show after the show.
And it's going to be that one time that you're able to see me.
Yes, face.
Oh, and it feels weird. I feel weird. I feel weird with the camera on myself.
Stop being weird. I don't know why you're being weird right now.
It's because I did radio, so I could be behind a mic.
Well, then why don't put that shirt over your face?
Nah, it's fine.
Look, and then we can match. I'm wearing a blue shirt. You're gonna be wearing a blue shirt.
I wore my.
That is blue and gray.
I think
gray
it's an
blue.
Old Navy shirt.
It looks like an Old Navy shirt, actually. Yeah.
Quite
impressive.
Like for the 4th of July.
Probably. Those are my favorite. Okay. So I feel like we've been attacked personally. Oh. So we had somebody who happens to work within this general vicinity.
Yes.
That shall remain anonymous because I don't want to start fights. However, that anonymous remainer brought in 2 boxes of donuts or cookies. Again, to remain anonymous. We don't know what they brought in because we don't know because they didn't bring any into us. They went into each of the other studios, opened the door, brought them in. We waved at them, and they walked up the hallway and ignored us and then walked out the back door. So clearly it's a personal attack and they hate us, right?
Right, but it could also mean a good thing, too, because now they'll never come and bug us.
But I wanted free food.
I do, too.
It is like 11:03. I'm starving.
Yes.
I've had coffee
yes.
and water, which is good. Hydrate yourself.
Yes.
I wanted donuts or whatever that was. Like
donuts before a workout. Is that a good thing or not?
Sure. Honestly, I have no idea.
See, my thing is if I would have went and ate some donuts, I probably would just skip the workout because I'm like, well, I already screwed up for the day. I'm done.
See, and that's the sad thing because that's not even true. Like if you look at the comparison of sugar in some of the things, donuts really are not as unhealthy as you think they are.
I guess we should probably say spud nuts. Well, I guess
I don't know what they were.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. I didn't get to see the box. But honestly, donuts as a whole in general are more healthy than a lot of other things than you're expecting. True story. Sugars, carbs that are included in it.
So what would be more unhealthy then? Like
a soda or let me look. There was something that I was comparing it to the other day that I was like, wow, really?
I mean, if you're going to sugar-wise, calorie-wise, I think a soda is some sodas are 160 calories or something, which is crazy to me because I think that's mostly sugar because it's 62 grams of sugar. Yeah. You're basically drinking sugar water.
Right. So there's how many donuts are in your drink is what they've compared it to. So if you do a Coke, there are six donuts inside of one Coke.
Oh.
Like a 16 ounce.
Wow.
20 ounce, excuse me. I'm sorry. That was wrong. 16 ounce energy drink. We're looking at 5.5. Sweetened tea. Looks like a 16 ounce sweetened tea, 4 1/4 donuts. So donuts are healthier than you thought, really. If you're comparing them to drinks. Gatorade is on this list.
Gatorade is so full of sugar. It's
so bad. Gatorade is so bad. 3.5 donuts in one Gatorade.
It's not as bad as a pop.
Obviously, but still not great.
What ounce on the Gatorade?
It's just one of the
16?
I think so. It's very small. The writing is like this big. My eyes don't zoom very well.
So how does that compare to a bagel?
Donuts.
If you did a bagel with cream cheese on it, is that about pretty much the same as a donut?
I don't know.
I mean, to me, essentially, it would be.
So whole wheat bagel, half serving of reduced fat, plain cream cheese, 365 calories. 5.5 grams of fat, 15.5 grams of protein, 63.5 grams of carbs. Sugar's 11 grams versus a sugar-raised donut is 230 calories, which is less. 14 grams of fat, so higher in the fat, lower in the protein, lower in the carbs, though. So 22 grams of carbs and 4 grams of sugar.
So wait, the donut has less carbs?
The donut has less carbs and less sugar.
Isn't that funny?
crazy? It's nuts.
That's
It really
funny.
is. It really is crazy. Like your perception of this
So
is
what
ridiculous.
kind of donut are we talking about? Like glazed
This
donut?
is a raised sugar donut. So it's one of the donuts that's just rolled in sugar, basically.
Oh wow.
So crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to like just cut out sugar like
No.
in your whole diet?
I thought about it once, but I feel like I don't think that I could. I don't think that it would be good for me.
I think I would be.
I wouldn't be a good human being. I feel like my body would end up craving other things that it probably shouldn't. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm no health expert. I have no idea. I have no idea when it comes to those lines. I know that I have family members that have done it. I know that I have family members that have said that it's been like awesome, but I don't.
Yeah, I think once you get past the crash.
Yeah. I don't like those kinds of diets though. I don't like the ultra restrictive diets because I don't think they're maintainable over the course of your entire lifetime. And so I don't think that it's a safe thing to go to because a lot of the times with those like ultra restrictive, and some people it works, but usually with the ultra restrictive diets, it stays specifically down to like a diet rather than doing like a lifestyle change. Like your whole life is adapted and changed. You know, if you can't maintain it for your life, I don't think it's safe.
I don't look at what I do as a diet.
No. It's just an adaptation of what you're
because
eating.
If somebody brings in donuts, I'm going to eat
I'm
the
gonna
donuts.
eat one, period.
On the weekends,
Right.
I'm going to eat what I want.
Right. It's more of
I just discipline myself during the week so I'm not eating and vegging and
Right.
Eating chips or something.
Right.
So, I just don't buy chips so I don't sit there and veg on them.
Right. I do a lot of like protein shakes and then like for dinner. So during the day I just drink protein shakes because I'm very much like I need consistency when it comes to what I'm eating.
I need convenience.
Me too.
That's
like if it's
really why I do
consistent,
them.
if it's convenient, then that's it. Because I feel like food for me, like I don't live to eat. Like I eat because I have to. Right?
Oh.
So it's like a change of your brain
I love
waves on
eating.
that. I love eating too, man. But I can't I can't be like, "Oh man, I'm going to eat this in 10 minutes." Like I'm so excited, you know? Like it's just unless I'm hungry. And it's like you don't live to eat, you eat to live. As a nutritional thing for your body, right? So like during the day I end up eating like protein shakes all day long and it's just a convenient thing, and then for dinner I end up doing like whatever I want, which tonight I think I'm going to do like pork chops and mashed potatoes and corn. Probably.
See,
I
don't really snack much.
I don't either.
Like the only thing that I really snack on, and I bought and I'm sure they're not the healthiest thing in the world, but I got like almond. What are they called? They're like an almond bar.
Yeah, like the granola bars, kind of.
The brand is.
Are they the Nature Valley ones?
Yeah. So
are they the soft ones?
Yeah.
I love those.
So there's
They're so
almond
good.
and then there's peanut.
Yeah.
Or peanut butter or peanut.
And they've got the
I think it's just
cashew
peanut.
ones too, and they're really good.
See, I just did those two.
I'm
so
very sad.
I just buy
Cashew
them.
ones are my
I
favorite.
buy the big box. And so sometimes if I don't know lately, I don't know if I've lost my appetite, but I really haven't been very hungry very much lately.
Yeah.
In the last I don't know, probably 5 or 6 days.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if something's going on, but I just yesterday, I ate in the morning and I hadn't eaten anything all day.
Really?
And that's not normally like me. Usually I'm starving by 4 or 5.
Right.
But where I was getting at is usually around 7 o'clock, on the weekdays, I'm kind of a little hungry-ish.
Yeah.
So I'll just grab one of those.
Yeah, and then it holds you over forever.
Yeah. Sometimes it's 2. Sometimes I can't control myself and I eat 5. So
happens. It's fine.
But
whatever. Such is life, my dude.
Yeah.
Such is life.
So,
hey, did you hear the conversation earlier this morning during the morning show? We talked about Kyle was his name. He called in and he said that his daughter had reached over his grandma. Well, his mom was watching. So grandma was watching granddaughter, right? And grandma had the phone playing music. She was in the bathtub and she reached over, grabbed the phone and dropped it in the bathtub. The daughter did. And she's 2. And so she's obsessed with the phones because, the parents are always on them and that's just how it goes. It's 2020. That is what it is. Okay. But now grandma says that Kyle owes her a new phone.
what?
Right?
No.
Because his daughter is the one that dropped it. And so that becomes...
Yeah, but you placed it.
You were the one that placed it. Exactly. That's
near
exactly
the
my
water
thought.
when you
That's
knew
exactly
that
my
it
thought.
wasn't.
Thankfully, good news. Good news. Daughter's okay. Nothing's wrong with the daughter. The phone was not plugged in. There was no electrocution that happened.
Oh,
It
I
was
figured
just
as
the
much.
phone.
I mean, there's not generally any plugs near like a
You
tub
know,
or
sometimes.
something. Well, I mean, probably some older houses.
Shouldn't be, but there is.
Yeah.
But that being said,
no, it's the grandmother's fault.
that's what I think. So
She's the one that put it there. She should have put her phone somewhere where it wasn't going to fall into the water.
right, where granddaughter wasn't going to be able to reach over and grab it. So with that said, what are parents responsible for paying grandparents if they're watching kids? Are they responsible for it? Is it something that you think it's just kind of like obligation? Because for me, I think that I obviously don't have kids. It's not something that I really want. But I feel like if I do have kids, it's going to be something like I'm willing to pay you because I know that you could be off hustling and making money.
Well, it's kind of a catch-22. I don't know if that's the right.
I think that is the
wording
right
for it.
phrase. Yeah.
Because
I don't know. I'm
sometimes
dumb,
the
so-
grandparents want to see the kids.
Of course.
And so I think it's okay to take advantage of that to a certain point.
Right. What would you...
If you're taking them over like every
every
single
day, right?
then yeah, maybe
Right.
some compensation, you know, maybe provide the food,
Right.
provide something. But if it's like maybe like one weekend out of the month or something,
Right.
you know, a couple days here and there, or you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
then, you know, if the grandparents are wanting to see the kids,
Right. Buy them like a gift card to something.
Yeah.
You know, here's $5. Go get yourself a cookie or something. Because honestly, I think that I feel like a lot of times there are not enough people that are being grateful for their grandparents or their parents that are taking care of their kids. It's more of an
believe-
obligation entitlement type situation.
I believe that that's happened to my grandparents.
Really?
They got taken advantage of.
Yeah, which sucks. You know, it's really sad. It's like you should obviously let your grandparents or your parents take care of your kids, you know, if they want to. But if you are using them as your
Babysitter, basically.
yeah, you could be paying somebody else to be babysitting them. Like, you need to. You can't just take advantage of them. And it's sad. It's really sad to see that kind of thing. But, you know, a nice letter, a nice maybe gift card to Texas Roadhouse or something, you know, as a thank you, I think is great.
See, like for me, I just think back for like when I was growing up.
Right.
There was maybe a few times that we were there because my parents were going somewhere.
Right.
And I think my parents did pay them.
Yeah. You
But-
know,
but
if
there
it's like a
was-
special occasion or something.
Yeah, but like, so my grandmother always did her shopping on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how it started, but all of a sudden, every Wednesday we would go with her.
Yeah.
And then we just sometimes stay the day, sometimes stay overnight till the next day.
Uh-huh.
And then parents would come pick us up. But it's because we wanted to go with grandma.
Right.
And I think grandma realized, hey, this is probably not going to last forever.
Right. And so
let's
you may as
enjoy
well take
this
advantage
time.
of it, right?
So it was kind of like good for both.
Absolutely.
But I don't believe that my parents paid them to watch us at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's because we wanted to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't have to go,
No.
but
I remember going over to like my grandparents' house and we would like stay overnight, and that was always fun. We'd always have
Yeah,
adventures over
always.
at grandma's house.
it's always fun.
I was a big fan. We used to do stuff. My grandma used to make us she'd make us toast with butter and we'd dip it in our hot chocolate. And that was always my favorite. Or she'd
Funny.
what?
That's funny.
It is funny, but it's little things like that you remember, you know. It's just kind of
See,
fun.
We call ours mush, but I think it's like malto meal.
Yeah. Totally. We called it mush too.
Cereal.
It was like
Yeah,
mush, like oatmeal or malto
And
meal
for
or
some
one of the two.
reason, like, okay, so if the mush becomes lumpy,
It's disgusting.
I
Malto meal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's,
so it's funny
or
because I'm
cream
like
of wheat,
my
I
grandma.
think is the other one.
Yeah, I think that's actually what it is.
Yeah, cream of wheat. Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
I love cream of wheat.
so
It's my favorite.
for some reason my grandma makes it a lot better than my mom.
Uh-huh.
But my mom's like, no,
I make it the best.
My grandma makes it better than
Interesting.
my mom.
I wonder
Yeah.
if it's like a perception type thing too, though.
It is, because growing up, that they ate a lot of that, and
Right.
it was very lumpy.
Right.
And my mom couldn't eat it.
Yeah. Huh. That's funny.
It'll make her throw up. And
That's
it's the same
crazy.
thing for me. Like, if it's lumpy,
Right.
if there's any type of lump, I'm done.
Huh.
I cannot eat it. And I don't know. Of course, I'd put like a half a bag of brown sugar in
yeah.
it, but you know.
Oh yeah, of course. It's so good.
It was mostly
Man,
sugar, but
That's one thing. I love warm like cereals for breakfast, especially during
oh yeah.
like right now where the air is crisp in the mornings. Like if I could get up just literally 5 minutes earlier and make it myself, then I would. You know, I learned that I can make that in the microwave, so I don't have to put it on the stove.
What? Mike? What?
Malto-meal or cream of blah, 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 blah. Cream of wheat. You can make it in the microwave. Put it in a mug.
Oh.
It's crazy. But it like as it starts to get really hot, it bubbles up. And then you have to watch it because it bubbles up within like 2 seconds and it's like overflowing. And so you have to open it and close it and watch it like every 5 seconds and open it and close it and start it back up.
Oh.
It's good. It's really neat.
I wonder if you use like the defrost instead, like setting, because it
Oh, for
heats-
defrost? No, so you're supposed to cook it like that and cuz you stir it so that it doesn't get lumpy. So
Right.
every time that comes through, you have to open it, close it, put it in, stir it, open it, close it, put it in, and just go back and forth with it because if you do that, then there's no lumps and then everything is smooth and very consistent. I love it. It's great.
So I've been eating oatmeal in the morning, just
Yeah.
those little packets,
Mhm.
and it's so funny because like on the packets they have like a measuring cup on it now.
I know.
So
It's weird to me.
so I
don't
fill it
use
up.
it.
I swear I fill it up at the same spot every day.
Nope, It's always different.
And it's different. Like this morning,
Yep.
it was very dry. If that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it was.
Totally.
So I just add some water and
That's
make
so
it a little
weird.
more runny.
Yeah, that's so weird.
I
like it thicker. Like a thick like a bowl of oatmeal.
I don't know. It's just funny that I started doing that because I was just drinking a protein shake in the morning,
Mhm.
and that honestly tied me over longer
Forever.
than the oatmeal.
Yeah.
Because by the time I get here and we get to do the after show, I'm like starving. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. That's really crazy. Well, sweet. On that note, do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
You want to talk about anything else?
Nope.
Cool.
And this has been the AJ and McCall show.
After the show!
Without AJ.
Without AJ. Bye.